So what's going on, guys? Mr. Dalek JD here. Welcome back to another zombies video, and in this one we're going to be talking about a buttload of brand new Black Ops 3 information. Now guys, if you're not the person that enjoys leaked information and wants to go in completely blind when Black Ops 3 Zombies comes out, then do not watch on from this video, as this video does contain spoilers and leaks to do with Black Ops 3 Zombies, specifically with Shadows of Evil, and I know there's quite a lot of you guys that don't want it spoiled, so click off this video. You will not enjoy watching this if you do not want any of this information to be spoiled to you. But if you're staying on and you're still watching, then welcome guys. It appears that hundreds of people in the United Arab Emirates have managed to get hold of copies of Black Ops 3 early, and of course when so many people have copies of the game, there is going to be a ridiculous amount of leaks. So if you're not the person that enjoys leaks, make sure to kind of stay off the internet for the next week. Just make sure you're not checking Twitter and you're not checking any sites that can potentially spoil stuff for you, as there is a ton of stuff coming, and of course as we lead up to it there is going to unfortunately be even more leaks. But in this I'm going to be talking about a huge gameplay leak where we've had tons of videos of actual Shadows of Evil gameplay, and I'm going to be describing what particular things I've seen, which is very interesting to note, and it goes into a lot of things that we've been speculating ever since we have seen the initial trailer. Like I mentioned before, spoilers ahead, so if you are watching on, then you can only blame yourself for having some things ruined for you. But this was so exciting, I had to share this with you guys because it is just absolutely insane, and the hype for Black Ops 3 is ridiculous at this point. So as you spawn in, you get some crazy cool music, and you can actually see the Shadow Man above like a set of staircase, like on a balcony. He doesn't look at you and you can't really see him too well, but he's the announcer of the map. He'll say a bunch of lines to you as you're going around the actual city. He will say quotes from the trailers that we know about, as well as when you pick up certain items. Now we have finally got an answer to what exactly that crazy tentacle mode is that we saw back in the original trailer. This tentacle mode is very similar to the Afterlife mode in Mob of the Dead. Now to activate this, you have to go around the map to these specific weird purple looking fountains with this weird fiery gas. You go up to them and it will say hold X or hold square to become the beast, and that is what you are, a beast with tentacles that can go around and do a bunch of things. Very similar to Mob of the Dead, you can electrocute things as well, and that's actually how you power up the perk machines in the map. They all have their own specific power kind of boxes like Mob of the Dead. You can also grapple, which is very interesting. You can use that to get to places that are normally out of reach. You can actually get around walls using this grapple mechanic, which is pretty insane. You can also melee zombies as well, which we see in the trailer. You can just knock zombies, and you actually need to melee certain things, as you won't be able to do that unless you're in this crazy beast mode. But unlike Afterlife, where you have to revive your own body when you're in that mode, when you're the beast, you're not your human self. You can't see your human self, and when that runs out, that is when you become your human self again. And you can tell when you have these beast marks by looking at your heads up display. You'll notice the weird symbol that is on everyone's hands. We finally know that is the mark of the beast, and when you have that and it's illuminated blue, that means you can go and activate the beast mode. But when you don't have it, you'll have to wait until the next round in order for you to activate that. Oh, and I forgot to mention that there are quite a few hidden doors that you can only activate by shooting them with electricity or meleeing them with the tentacle mode, which can appear to have brand new areas and little teleportation areas to take you to new places. Now I won't talk about any of that because that is really exciting, but just think of the little places that you could get to in Mob of the Dead only in Purgatory mode. It's quite similar to that in Shadows of Evil. Now it appears that in Shadows of Evil it will have a very similar system to Mob of the Dead in terms of buildable parts that you can pick up, and the kind of little menu system and how it's laid out looks fairly similar. When you pick up a part, it will show you like a set of little silhouetted parts on what other items you need to fully build a particular item, which is pretty cool, and I'm very excited that there's a lot of things to find on this map Easter egg wise. Now this can be spotted in the original Shadows of Evil trailer, but it's super hard to see. But around the map there are actually these little weird alien eggs sitting around, which are actually called pods. You can actually harvest these, and once you've harvested enough of them, it will actually reveal perhaps a gun for you or a drop, very similar to the dig sites in Origins, which is pretty sick. Now last week when some gameplay leaked, we saw a character using what appeared to be a new pistol called the Bloodhound, and I originally assumed that it'd be to certain characters you'd get guns and there'd be other starting weapons for other characters, but it appears that every character spawns in with a Bloodhound pistol. That's just like the new starting pistol in zombies, and someone's actually downed themselves with quick revive, and it appears that this new Bloodhound pistol is called the Meat Wagon, and it apparently works very similar to the Mustang and Sally. So that is the brand new Mustang and Sally, guys. Now this was revealed in a interview a few days ago. Jason Blundell said that there's apparently multiple ways to get around the Shadows of Evil map, including the tram system, which we've heard a little bit about before, but you can also get around the map through the Canal system, not sure what that means quite so yet, as well as scaffolding, which I'm not too sure, again, could perhaps link back to the tentacle mode and opening new areas that way, but very interesting stuff. Now speaking about the new train system, apparently it costs 500 points to use this train system. Not sure exactly how long you stay in this, if it just takes you to one certain section, or if you can choose where you want to go, and perhaps it might cost a little bit more points than that. But also to note, when you first buy a gobble gum from the machine, it's going to cost you 500 points, which is the same price as quick revive, so that's quite useful. And the gobble gum will appear above your weapon in the heads up display, so you'll have your ammo and the name of the gun, and then above it you'll have this kind of circular icon which shows the gobble gum that you currently have on you. Now also to note, some people have said that at round 5 you'll get the weird kind of parasite bug spawn in, which we've seen in the trailers, and at round 8 apparently is when the Magua will spawn. Now of course the mystery box is in this map like it would be for any zombies map, but it's very tentacle themed. It's very hard to describe, but it's a little kind of a mix between the Origins and Mob of the Dead mystery box, with this kind of weird tentacles coming out of it. It's very weird to explain, but when you guys do see it, you'll definitely know what I'm on about. There appears to be 1 or 2 brand new grenades in the mystery box, which we've got no idea what that does, as well as the ray gun. Of course, we've seen that in the Giant trailer. The ray gun is going to be in Shadows of Evil, of course, which is going to be useful as always. And that pretty much rounds it up. The last thing I want to mention is some of the parts that you have to build. I know one of the buildable parts is going to be some sort of summoning table. We've seen this at the end of the Shadows of Evil trailer, and it looks very, very weird, but it consists of around about 5 parts that we need to build. And when you pick up 2 of the parts, these weird kind of, almost like the Buried Witches, but with this weird kind of red mist just suddenly appear out of nowhere and attack you. I'm not too sure what that's about, but maybe that's just part of the whole summoning thing. I really don't know, but this map just looks so damn good. Like, Treyarch have just smashed this out of the park, and we've hardly even seen it. Like, this is only few snippets of gameplay, and I will not put any of that in the description. I guess you guys can go look around on the internet if you really want to find that stuff, but you won't see any gameplay on my channel until next week when this game does launch officially for everyone around the world. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, as we get closer to the release, there's going to be even more leaks, so if you're not the person that enjoys that, just make sure to stay off the internet. But if I do make any more videos about any potential leaks, I will let you guys know, but I will always have a warning at the start to let you guys know that there is going to be some spoiler content within the video. But like I said, I'm not going to link this video or have any of the gameplay in my actual videos, but I will have official gameplay when the game does come out. So if you guys are hyped for that, like me, let me know about your thoughts about all of the information in this video in the comment section. Make sure to smash the like button on this video and subscribe for more Black Ops 3 zombie videos, and I'll catch you on another one very, very soon.